Hello there, I'm Rylan, and I thought I would talk about how I got into crypto mining and basically how I started, what were the first steps I took. So yeah, let's just hop right into this. I remember hearing when I was like 10 that you could make money with something called cryptocurrency and with GPUs. Now when I was 10, I looked into it and I was like, oh, I need to get money to actually do this. And I didn't have that at the time. So I didn't even bother. Now, knowing what I know now, I would have told myself, educate yourself. Educate yourself in this as much as you can. That's just what I would have done if I could go back and tell myself. There's a lot of things I would go back and tell my 10-year-old self. But anyway, so it was December 11th, 2020. It was the middle of the night. I was brainstorming that night, and I remembered back to this GPU mining stuff. This was back, Bitcoin was it hadn't reached its all-time high for the second time. It was just at like 14, 15, 16,000, I believe, at that time. And I decided that I would look into it, and I saw a video with Linus Tech Tips, doing GPU mining. Now I'll link that down in the description below. I know it's a bit of a mess here right now, but it's a temporary setup because I got plans, and I'll actually tell you the plans at the end of the video. So anyway, I decided to look into it. At that point, I had built my first computer. It had a Ryzen 5 2600 and a GTX 970. And I was, this was something that I was really excited about, computers, because it was just something that was so much fun to me, and I was so happy that I was able to finally start to afford to get into that market of computers. The next day, I eventually learned about the software NiceHash, which I'm pretty sure all of y'all are familiar with, and that's what I downloaded, and I used that for a long time. I used that for about 4 or 5 months with my 970. Now, about a month after this, around maybe before December was over, I had decided to buy with my money I gotten over Christmas to go ahead and buy a 1060. Now this was a 3 gig model, this wasn't a 6 gig model, but it was better than the 970, because with the 970, all I was doing, I was basically just learning about it. I was just breaking even with electricity with the Bitcoin that I had received. The 1063 gig though, that actually made just a little bit. It wasn't great at all. I should have saved up. Looking back, I would have saved up for something like a 1070. Eventually in like February or March of last year, so 2021, this is when the market was really starting to ramp up. Bitcoin was at 25,000 and almost at 30,000. I think the GPU market had gone skyrocket. I had a friend of mine who had a friend of his who had, I believe it was a 2080 Ti, although it may have been a 2070, I don't remember exactly. He bought that car, the 2070 or 2080 Ti, and then the 30 series came out, and then he bought, I think it could have been a 3080, 3090, maybe a 37, I don't know. But then he gave that car to my friend, and he had a 1070, which he sold to me for $200, which at the time, the 1070s were going for $350 to $400. And just about now we're seeing that price of those 1070s come down to $350 to $300. But yeah, that was my first actually profitable card. I just had those actually before that story. I had sold that 970, so I just had the 1060 and the 1070, and then later on, eventually, I sold the 1060 because it really was not making any money compared to the 10. It was just nothing compared to the 1070, what the 1070 was making, and I just kind of chilled at that state for a little while. I had another friend of mine who was really getting into crypto mining. He bought two 3070s, and he bought a 3090. He went into it with like 5 or 6 graphics cards. So him and I really shared information. It was really fun to be able to talk to him about everything. After that, I actually decided in, I think, July of 2021 to sell my rig. I sold it to a friend of mine who was looking for a computer, and I thought, I got this motherboard that only has 3 PCI slots. I was only able to get 2 cards to run on it at the same time. This computer it really was a value-based gaming computer. It was not a mining rig. And I really was letting cryptocurrency as a whole consume me. I thought, I'm just going to sell this for now and just chill for a little while. So yeah, I kind of laid back with computers for quite a bit of time, and I decided in, I think it was October, to hop back into it. So in October of last year, I went all out. I bought my 3080 Ti, which is right here. Ain't she gorgeous? My friend who I was talking about earlier, he gave me my Z370 board, which is this one, and the processor, which is an i7-8700K. I'm incredibly grateful for that. So I went out, I bought a 1,000-watt power supply, which is the one that caught on fire that I revived. That's a whole nother story. I have a video on that if you want to see that. And then I just had that 3080 Ti running in this rig, and I was ready to buy more cards. And that's around the time I started my YouTube channel documenting, you know, what I was doing with crypto mining. My first video was not actually about crypto mining. My first video is a Linux user's be like me. That was before I bought my 3080 Ti. If you haven't seen that video, it's stupid, so don't check it out, but go check it out if you want to. It has over 2.9 million views, which that's just like, I have much, it didn't blow up till like a month after, but I have much better videos, and that's the one that blows up. It's literally, it's just me saying, Linux, I'm a Linux user. Let me turn on my computer and show you how stupid my lap computer. It was the base of a laptop hooked up to a monitor, another keyboard and mouse. It's a stupid video, but it has 2.9 million views. Almost 3 million views. So that's just like, why? I have much better content on my channel. Anyway, from there, I have all everything else I've done documented. Getting my 1070s, the 1660 Super that I stripped from a computer, and then the brand new 2060, the new one of the family. And that's kind of where I am today. My family recently moved, and I actually don't know the electric costs, although I'm pretty sure it's almost the same as what it was before, about 11 cents per kilowatt. And I'll show you my plans going forward with this setup. I need to get another one of these. This is a surge protector, and this supports 1250 watts, so 1000 watts is what I want to be draining, and that's about what I'm draining with this, 1000 watts. And in here is where I'm eventually going to move my crypto mining facility. Right now it's just a mess that my dad's been working on. It's going to be right next to the breaker, and my plan is to have like the table or a rack right here, but I can still like walk behind here if I need to, and have a cold side. So this would be the cold side, and then this here would be the warm side, and I can use that as an exhaust. That actually is the crawl space. That's an idea I had. I actually got that inspired from actually several other people were talking about this. You know, I just had a cold side and a hot side. But one thing's for sure, right now I don't need to worry about heat because this computer is draining a kilowatt and it's still really, really cold in here. So yeah, my dad said he's gonna get me set up with the breakers. He's gonna give me two 20 amp breakers, so 40 amps in total, meaning I can drain 36 amps with the 80% rule. That's gonna be amazing because right now I'm drawing 7 amps with 110. I think almost 8 amps. I can a little over quadruple what I have here. If I quadruple this, I'll be making over $1,000 a month, which that's another job right there. That would be amazing. Would be really excited if I were able to get that set up. But yeah, that's my plan moving forward. It's pretty soon. I'm actually got a riserless motherboard coming in the mail, and that's what I'm going to switch this to. That i7 is really kind of wasting away in there. It's not being utilized to any potential. It's just kind of being idle. So the riserless motherboard has a built-in processor in it, that's great. And I'm going to take this and take it upstairs with me, and that's just going to be my computer for upstairs. I was going to do like a remote computer, and in fact I have a video explaining that idea, but right now I don't have Ethernet in my room nor down here, and I don't think that we will work on wiring in this house for a little while. I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna move this computer upstairs as a test rig, and maybe I'll get like a nice case for it, like an open air case. I saw a computer that Brandoncoin built for his neighbor in one of his recent videos. I'll put a picture on the screen, and I'll also link that video down in the description below. It looked amazing. That might be, or something similar to that vein, might be what I end up doing with this board, and then like taking a 1070 upstairs. I've been thinking I'll probably either sell my 1070s, or maybe I'll take one of them with me upstairs and then sell the other. But I don't know about that for now. I'm still contemplating that. So yeah, that's it. That's just kind of an update on what my plans are. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Why don't I do a montage of my rig? Let's see how well I can edit this. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching this video. That is how I've gotten here, and this is my plan moving forward with crypto mining here. So yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe if you like this video and you like the direction I'm going in with this. Thanks for watching. Bye.